If you are a bride-to-be, or maybe a dressmaker, or perhaps you love wedding dresses and you just like seeing how they're made, then this video is for you. Today, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of my bridal studio and show you how I made this timeless, elegant couture wedding dress for a very petite bride of mine who wanted something really classic and unforgettable. If you've watched some of my other videos, then you know that everything always starts with a sketch. But actually, before that, most of my brides have a little play around on my app, which you can try on my website. It lets you just design your own dress, so you have a rough idea of the sort of silhouettes you can choose from before you really get stuck into it. For this bride, we started with her favourite silhouette from the app, and then I sketched several versions for her so that we could tweak the exact style of the neckline, the lace edging, the pleat position, until we got something that was really personalised and absolutely bespoke. The whole design needed to be delicate enough so as not to drown her very petite frame. Once we'd pretty much got the design, she then tried on a mock-up, which was just an old sample skirt which I had, which was roughly the right sort of silhouette, and also a bodice which I mocked up for her with the right neckline so we could have a play with it. Even though it's in the wrong lace, with bits and pieces pinned onto it, it is really, really helpful to get an idea of how something's going to look before you commit to cutting into the real fabric. It's great to be able to see how the skirt moves, how the proportions look on the bride, and how it looks with a veil. Once we'd done this, we started to look at fabric. Now, this particular bride chose ivory Mikado, which is quite a stiff, structured fabric and absolutely perfect for pleating. The delicate lace was something that the bride sourced herself when she and her mum went for a shopping trip up to London. They managed to find something where there was only just over a metre left on the roll, but it was just enough for us to make this top. The lace needed some very careful handling when I was making it to make sure that we got the scallop, which is the decorative edge, in exactly the right place. And that is what we're going to look at today. The lace edging needs to be separated and added to the neckline. So once I'd cut the lace bodice itself, ensuring all the little flowers and motifs was absolutely symmetrical and the neckline was perfectly balanced, then I made a start. I began by cutting off the scallop, very calmly, slightly holding my breath, but you can enjoy a bit of ASMR while I'm doing it. If you've been following my work for a while, you'll know I'm a bridal life cycle expert. So that means as well as designing and making dresses, I also repurpose them. And I just hate the thought of bridal gowns only being worn once and then shoved away in the loft. So you'll find a lot of videos on my channel showing how to dye or paint or remodel your dress. But in this instance, the structure and fabric of this dress, along with the fact it was a very personalised bespoke garment, makes me think the bride will probably want to treasure it. Maybe to frame it and hang it on the wall, or just to keep it as an heirloom for future generations. If she did want to wear it again, I'd probably recommend separating it at the waist so she could dye and wear the skirt part again, and maybe keep the bodice intact as a memento. It's such a personal decision, but I think it's really lovely to think of ideas for what to do with a wedding dress after the wedding, at the point in which it's being made. I'd love to know what you think, so do please leave me a comment. I then turned the lace scallop that I'd cut off so that the outer edging was facing in. And I placed it on the neckline, ensuring that everything was symmetrical and all the little bumps of the lace were absolutely lining up. Once this was in place, I started pinning it very carefully. Now I'm doing this on a mannequin, but you can just lay it flat. You can see that the sleeves don't actually need the scallop to be added as they're cut from the lace, so the cuff is at the edge of the lace, which is effectively the selvage. Once everything's pinned, then the hand sewing begins. There is no shortcut here. It is a slow, patient, slightly meditative process. I spend a lot of time in my job sewing with a sewing machine, so I love any chance to just take my time with a needle and thread and work by hand. You'll notice how fragile the lace is, so actually I made a nude tulle underlayer around the shoulders and attached it to the bodice. It's pretty much invisible, but it's just enough to support the lace. I then added just 3 little buttons at the cuff just to give it that extra little bit of detail. And now let me show you the final step, which is to add covered buttons all the way down the detachable train. I think adding these little button details on the back of the train and on the cuff ties it in with the fastening of the bodice itself, and it gives all of the aisle drama at the start of the day. And finally, here it is, the finished gown. Structured Mikado skirt, delicate lace top, detachable train, and the loveliest bride who just lit up the studio the second she stepped out of the fitting room. Seeing a bride wearing something that we've created together and watching the joy on her face when she tries it on at the end just makes every stitch worthwhile. If you're still watching, I have a little favour to ask, which is please to leave a comment and let me know a little bit more about you. Are you a dressmaker? Are you a bride-to-be? Do you just love watching people making things? Perhaps you're just a bit of a fan of wedding dresses. Whatever it is, it would be so helpful if you can let me know, and then I can make sure that I go on making videos that you really are going to want to watch. If you're making your own wedding dress or you're interested in any particular aspect, feel free to leave me a comment and I will try and help. Thank you for joining me behind the scenes in my bridal studio today. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got plenty more sewing adventures to share with you, so hopefully I will see you soon.